How's it going, guys? Cheese here, Cheese on Everything, back in the studio today because one of my favorite action camera companies, GoPro, is announcing its release of the new GoPro Hero 10 sometime in late September to early October. And as an avid user of GoPros, I am super excited to see what this camera has to offer. From the leaked pictures, it looks like the GoPro Hero 10 is going to look exactly like the GoPro Hero 9, except the lettering is going to be blue instead of white, and same with the number 10 on the side. I don't really mind the blue myself because it is my favorite color and it will help you differentiate between the GoPro Hero 9 and the 10. I am glad that they kept the same footprint because if you have the GoPro Media Mod, it should fit into the GoPro Hero 10, and for sure the lenses are going to be the same since the GoPro just released its max lens mod not too long ago. It does look like we are going to get a bump in resolution from 20 megapixels in the GoPro Hero 9 up to the 23 megapixels in the 10, but because the sensor size is the same, you won't see much improvement in low light capabilities. If anything, it will actually be a little worse. I would actually prefer GoPro to drop the megapixel count instead of increasing it. I know you get better resolution, but like Sony's doing with the A7S III, if I remember correctly, that camera only has 12 megapixels, but it is a beast in low light. Some other similarities are the batteries. They are keeping the same batteries as the Hero 9, and if you are a GoPro user, I'm sure you have a bunch of their batteries already. I'm really glad that they didn't change them so that I don't have to buy more. There were previous speculations of it having an edge-to-edge screen, but that apparently is not true. I would have liked to see a bigger screen, but if it means that the battery life is going to be better, it's not a real deal breaker to me. What I'm really glad that they did change though is the processor. They're finally using a new GP2 processor instead of the GP1 that's in this. And all the previous GoPros all the way down to the GoPro Hero 6, which is now almost 5 years old. And that processor is really showing its age, especially in the GoPro Hero 9. I'm sure all of you have had lagging problems with the front and rear screens. The only thing I am kind of afraid of with the new processor is if they have worked out the firmware, they are going to have to develop new software to work with that GPU. So I'm hoping it isn't as bad as this GoPro Hero 9, because anyone who's used this GoPro for a while now has probably lost footage due to it crashing or having no audio or frozen video, and that's one of the main things GoPro should really fix. Other specs on the box include 5.3K at 60 frames per second. The current GoPro 9 is filming at 5K 30, and it's already pretty good in my opinion. If you haven't seen already, I'll put the link up to my GoPro Hero 9 video at night. It does some amazing work for a little tiny action cam. Another spec I'm excited for is the 4K 120. I do film a lot in 1080 120 in this, but with 4K 120 you can definitely get some of that really nice slow-mo b-roll. And if that's not slow enough for you, it does come in 2.7K at 240 frames. I'm probably not going to be using that too often, but it's nice to know that it is there. The other upgrade it's going to receive is HyperSmooth 4.0. The GoPro is already pretty good at stabilization as long as there is light. I'm hoping that with the HyperSmooth 4 it should get even better, although I am still an advocate of using the Zhiyun M2 if you're filming anything at night. One of the only specs stated on the box that is the same is the Time Warp 3.0. We already have that on the GoPro Hero 9, but I can attest that the GoPro Time Warp is already pretty good. There isn't any pricing for the Hero 10 yet, but if I were to speculate, it will be in the $450 to $499 range. I got the subscription for the Hero 9 and I think I paid $50 less. I haven't used much of their software or their services, but it's nice to know that you will get a discount. In terms of any other variations of this camera, they haven't really released any specs of that yet. From the history of GoPro Hero Black releases, there are usually other cameras like a white edition or a silver edition that's a little bit worse in spec. I personally would like to see them bring back the GoPro Hero Session. This little camera was my go-to for my FPV drones, but ever since the Insta360 Go 2 got released, this was replaced by that. It's such a nice little camera to have. I can put it in my RC cars, I can film anytime I want to, and it just pops right back in and you are ready to go again. Awesome little camera, and I really hope that GoPro would copy something like this. Kind of sad to see that GoPro was the king of action cameras and now Insta360 has kind of taken over. All these specs are really exciting and I'm anxious to see the new GoPro Hero 10. I've actually already anticipated on buying it. I sold a bunch of my GoPro Hero 7s. Let me know in the comments whether or not you think it's going to be a good GoPro to buy, or if you're going to go with something else like the Insta360 Go 2, or are you going to wait till DJI releases its Osmo Action 2, which should be coming out in May? Let me know in the comments, because I would be really interested in what your thoughts are on the GoPro Hero 10. Hope you guys like this video. Hit like if you do, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.